about my makeup routine, how I do my makeup, what products I use. So in today's video, I decided to show you guys how I do my makeup. Before we begin, I just want to clarify that I am in no way a professional makeup artist. I do not hold any certification of doing makeup. Everything I've learned I've acquired over the past few years by watching videos online or reading magazines and stuff like that. So without further ado, let's begin. I'm gonna use clips to put my hair back because I don't have a headband. Usually I use a headband. Okay, so we're gonna start with the Smashbox Photo Finish Smooth and Blur Primer. And we're gonna use a dab bit. We don't need a lot, a little goes a long way. And to be honest, primer actually makes or breaks your makeup. So it's really important that you get a primer that's suitable for your skin type. Next, I'm using the Lancome Ultra Wear High Coverage Corrector with the Sephora Pro Airbrush Concealer Brush. And I'm just gonna apply that onto the dark spots of my face. So I have some darkness under my eyes and around my nose, so I'm gonna apply it there. Blend, blend, blend. And I really love these Sephora collection brushes for blending. They are seriously a game changer. To be honest, blending is key. If you can blend makeup well, you can do anything. Next, I'm gonna use 3 pumps of my Burberry Fresh Glow foundation in Honey with the Sephora Pro Flawless Airbrush. I absolutely love this foundation. It gives a really glowy and dewy look, which I really like. This is a very lightweight foundation, but you can always build it up. So I'm gonna blend my corrector in with my foundation, and then I'm also gonna go over my eyelid. Okay, now for contouring. So I'm gonna start off contouring my cheeks with the MAC Powder Blush in Sweet as Cocoa, and I'm gonna use the Sephora Pro Contour Brush. And I'm just gonna make that base and contour my cheeks. Like so. Now moving on to the rest of my face, I'm gonna use the Kat Von D Shade and Light palette, and I'm gonna use the same brush that I used for my cheeks. So I start off contouring my jawline. And specifically, I'm gonna use the color Shadow Play. Now, I'm just gonna flatten my brush with the tips of my fingers and I'm gonna use it to contour my nose. Yes, I am very lazy when it comes to changing brushes. And then I also contour the sides of my forehead. Now for my eyes, I'm going to use the Anastasia Beverly Hills Soft Glam palette, and I'm going to be using the shades Tempera, Burnt Orange, and Orange Soda. So I'm going to be applying the shade Tempera onto my lids like so. And the brush that I'm using is a MAC Shadow Blending Brush. Now this next color that I'm using is Burnt Orange, and I'm going to use this to apply onto my crease. Now the method I use while doing my crease is rotating the shadow towards my eye and then dragging it all the way over my crease. And basically I just keep adding more of that color in the same way to my crease as desired. Doing the same with the other eye here. So now I'm gonna go and pick up the next shade I wanna work with, but before I do that, I'm gonna clean my brush a little bit, or at least try to with this tissue paper. Hashtag lazy. So now I have the color Orange Soda and I'm covering about 75% of my lid, and I'm gonna leave the rest 25% of the inner lid for a shimmery color. So also to add some more definition to my eye, I'm going to be using the color Rustic, which is a little bit darker than all the other colors that I've used. And I'm just going to put that on the end of my crease, sort of where the wing of my eyeliner would be. And now I'm going to use that same color Rustic with the Sephora Pro Small Shadow Brush to do my lower lash line. I had also used Funny Girl from the Tarte in Bloom palette to cover the rest of my inner eyelid. For the eyes, I'm going to be using the Clinique Liquid Eyelining Pen. Okay, this is going to be a mission. I'm going to have to do my eyeliner with one hand. As you can see, I'm very nervous. Here it goes. So nervous. So I start from the middle of my eyelid and make a line towards the end of my eyelid. Then from the end of my eye, I make a wing, and then I finally connect the wing to the middle of my eyelid. And then I fill it in. And then I just look at it. If I need to make it thicker, I just go back and trace on top of it. Now I'm gonna do my other eye, and I have a feeling that I'm gonna totally botch it up. Yeah, I messed up. But the trick with doing makeup, as is with everything else, is that you keep on going and you don't give up. No matter what it is in life, you will find a way. Now we're gonna be going on to blush. For my blush, I like to use the Becca Mineral Blush in Nightingale. And I use the Sephora Pro Precision Powder Brush. I use a very little bit. I'm not really a fan of a lot of blush. And now I'm just using a concealer. It's actually foundation that I use as a concealer, but it works for me. And I'm using the Bobbi Brown Intensive Skin Serum Foundation in Sand with the Sephora Pro Flawless Airbrush. And this was the same brush that I had used for my foundation. So I just make 3-4 dots under my eye and then I just blend it out. I'm also going to apply it onto the middle part of my nose and my chin and a little bit on my forehead as well. And then blend it out. Now I'm using my Lancome Ultra Wear High Coverage Corrector with my Sephora Pro Airbrush Concealer Brush. And I'm gonna plop that onto the areas around my chin. I could still see the grayness seeping through, so I thought to go back in there with a corrector. And then just blend it out. And now for the lips, I'm gonna be doing something a little different, or maybe not. Sometimes I just like to stick with lip liners and pair it up with a nice lip gloss. So I'm gonna be starting out using the MAC lip pencil in Soar. And honestly, this is probably one of my all-time favorites. Even it by itself looks amazing, but I just feel like going back in there with another color. So now I'm gonna use the Sephora Gel Lip Liner in Rose Wine. And literally, this is so smooth. It glides on so well. And what I love most about it is that you don't even need a sharpener to sharpen it. You just twist from the bottom and it's done. Next, I'm gonna use the Sephora Melting Lip Gloss in Cotton Candy to just give my lips a little bit of a gloss, because I really like glossy lips these days. Now for mascara. I just like to use the simple and basic Clinique High Impact Mascara. And then for eyebrows, I use the Anastasia Beverly Hills Brow Wiz in Ebony. And I just start from the lower bottom of the eyebrow, fill it in, and then make my way up to the middle point. I really love this eyebrow pencil. It's really, really easy to use and it always just does the trick for me. Next, I'm going to use the Laura Mercier Translucent Loose Setting Powder with the Sephora Pro Precision Powder Brush. And you just use a little bit, just like that. And I just apply it to the bottom corner of my eyes. And guys, like I said, a little goes a long way. You really don't want to overdo any of this. And I just run that brush through my nose, forehead, and yeah. So for the highlighter, I love the Becca Champagne Pop highlighter. And I use the Sephora Pro Fan Brush. So I apply that onto the high points of my cheeks and then just a little bit on the tip of my nose. And then another thing I like to do is apply highlighter onto certain points of my neck. This highlighter, it is a classic. I'm sure you've heard of it. It's very, very popular. It looks amazing on everyone. I've been using this for many years and nothing can beat it. So I'm just defining certain lines of my neck, or rather all of my neck. And I feel like this really brings out the whole look. Now, for the eyelashes, I use the Huda Beauty Lash Glue to apply my lashes. What I do is I use a very small amount of glue and I put it on the tip of a very thin brush. This helps me easily put the glue
onto the lash without any of the glue smearing off. Remember, the key is to use the least amount of glue. It will stick, I promise. And there you have it.
I really hope you enjoyed this tutorial, and I hope you learned something new from this tutorial that maybe you will use in your future makeup routine. Let me know in the comments below what else you would like to see on my channel, and if you haven't already, make sure to subscribe to my channel to see more videos like this. Until then, lots of love, take care, peace.